Hi peeps, welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, my name's Lauren. I am mummy to Freddie, who is 18 months old, nearly 19 months, and I do family and lifestyle vlogs. I upload on a Tuesday and a Thursday, which may be changing to a Wednesday and Friday due to work, but I'll let you know. I am a vlogger, not a sponsored vlogger, just a vlogger on Channel Mum, which is a website and a village community that help mums and answer questions and give advice. It's an amazing website, so if you are a mum or mummy to be, a daddy, head over to Channel Mum and there'll be so much advice on there. There's professionals who can help you with questions and support. So yeah, but Channel Mum have done a whole section on mental health, and in January they have launched their You Are Not Alone column on their website, so I thought I would do my own little video on my mental health. There are lots of other bloggers' videos on the Channel Mum website, so if you want to go over and get to know more of them, then head over and watch their videos. But I'm going to sit here and talk to you a little bit about my mental health journey today, and again it helps you to get to know me a little better. So where do we start? I think my kind of mental health started with depression. I didn't have the best of upbringings. My mum and dad split up when I was 4. Without going into too much greater detail, they were fighting over custody when I was 13 because my mum wanted us to move to Huntingdon and my dad wanted us to stay here in Norwich. So that was a bit messy, and we didn't really get to see our family during that time. Social services got involved, the school got involved, and it was just messy. So that wasn't a very good time for me and my twin sister. My older sister Charlene, she was kind of grown up by this time and moved out. My brother had to stay in Norwich with my stepdad and his stepdad as well. We've all got the same dad, and so we were separated from our brother and sister and all sorts. Anyway, I think that's when my kind of depression started, when I realised I wasn't feeling the way I should. However, I was very, very good at hiding it. I was this big bubbly character, which most people are when they're hiding something. And so yeah, I don't want to go too much into the past, but that's where it all started. I had it on and off, and then my twin sister, who I don't think we'd spent more than a week apart since we were born, went travelling at 22. She went travelling for a whole year, and at that point my boyfriend had finished with me. My brother, who's also one of my best friends, started working offshore, so he was away a lot of the time. I'd moved out of my mum's house and was in my own flat, so I think I felt very alone. And then obviously my twin sister, who was like my right arm, went away for the year. So at this point I was coming home I was being this big character at work, as I normally was, and I'd come home and just literally as soon as I got in the flat just break down. And my friend Fiona was a great help there because I lived in the flat with her, but that's when more of my anxiety started. So I would think that something bad was going to happen to my twin sister away, or I would have bad feelings about her being gone, all mixed with the depression of her not being there. It was kind of like to me that she'd passed away, that she wasn't there anymore. I could kind of speak to her on text messages and FaceTime and stuff, but she just wasn't there right by my side. And albeit as everyone does, they go away and they have the best time because they're travelling and seeing new people and new places, and so she was getting the good end of the stick and I was just at home absolutely distraught. I didn't really want to be in social situations, and when I was just drunk. So one thing that did help me was meeting Tommy. Well, not meeting Tommy because we knew each other before, but reconnecting with Tommy. He kind of felt like my saviour in the whole situation. I spent a lot of time with Tommy and his family, and I kind of lived at their house, and he really was my saviour that year. I don't know what would have happened if it wasn't for meeting Tommy, but I'd be forever grateful that he came into my life at that point. Anyway, moving forward, during my pregnancy with Freddie, I was the best I've ever been. I was sky high. I felt brilliant, not physically because I felt sick, but mentally I felt so good. I was so happy, and I didn't have one spell of anxiety on a general day-to-day basis, other than when like Tommy would go out on a night out, and I worry about like fights and things like that. So other than the I'd say normal kind of anxiety, I wasn't getting any big like panic attacks or anything like that. So pregnancy was a perfect time for me. Since having Freddie, it's been quite difficult. As in, my anxiety, I haven't got depression anymore, and that stopped I think soon after my sister came home from travelling, but with the anxiety I would just get spells here and there. But since having Freddie, I get a complete different anxiety. So I will panic every day. Sounds so silly, panicking about something that is you just have no control over, but I really panic about the fact that something will happen to me, I'll get ill, and Freddie will be left without me, and I feel like he needs me. And I touched on this actually on my social media, and when we done a 5 facts about me, and I said that I have this anxiety, and so many mums feel exactly the same, which was, I said in my previous video, it makes you feel better knowing you're not the only one. But I do suffer from that. I also suffer from separation anxiety, so I find it really difficult to leave Freddie for like overnight and stuff. I'm okay if I put him to bed at night and then go out for a meal or for drinks with my friends, but if I don't get to put him to bed, that really gets to me. So if me and Tommy have only been away for one weekend, well, for one night, and we went to London with our friends for a concert, and I found that really hard. As soon as it got into the morning, I just wanted to go home, and then I went for a hen do for 2 nights, and that was the first time I left Freddie overnight. Although still, he's nearly 19 months and I've only left him for 3 nights, but it's snowing outside. But yeah, that was really difficult for me, and I found that the first night was okay-ish because I was having a good time with the girls and in the hot tub and stuff like that, but as soon as it got to the morning, I just wanted to go home, and staying there another night, I just felt like I wasn't myself. I couldn't enjoy myself, so I do suffer from that. I'm sure that will get better as Freddie gets older. I hope it does anyway. And I am easing myself into it slowly because I know I've got some hen dos this year, and I don't want to be not enjoying them because of this anxiety. I think everyone has, not everyone, I think it's very common these days to have some kind of anxiety or depression. It's not a good thing, it's not a nice thing. The feeling, I literally can't explain it. So many people have it differently, but wake up in the morning, or I'll suddenly just get this rush of like sickness feeling in my stomach, or where I can't breathe properly and panic, and it's just not nice. And to know that so many people are suffering from it is reassuring, but it's also just horrible that the percentage of people are suffering from it. I also suffer from a form of OCD, so I don't have it in everything I do, but I have it in little things like when you go to the toilet and rip the toilet paper off, I have to literally have no little bits hanging off the toilet paper, or if I walk past something on the floor, I have to pick it up. I think, oh, I'll just leave that there and go back for it, but I can't. I have to go get it there and then. Or the time on the radio. I know this one's quite a common one actually. The volume on the radio, or the volume on the telly or something, I have to have it an even number. Some people have odd. I don't like to wear matching socks. I don't know where that's come from, but I wear odd socks, and if I wear even socks or anything, I think something bad's going to happen. So I have a lot of little OCD things like that. I'm not the cleanest person, I must admit. I'm tidy and clean. I wouldn't walk into my house and think she's got OCD, but I do just have little spells of it here and there, and different things that I must do. If not, I feel like something bad's going to happen. I would be interested in hearing your stories and your feelings about anxiety and depression and mental health. And it is such a hard topic to talk about, but I think it is becoming more of a topic that people are talking about, which is great, because it does make you feel like you're not alone, and there are people you can speak to about it if you're having issues. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's a bit of a not a very happy one, but it has to be discussed, and that is my mental health journey. So if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, and as always, the little bell to notify you of all our future videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!